Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the new chapter, sources of energy. So here are some vital sources I am discussing. The renewable sources of energy. Yes, these are three main things. Main sources are there. So what do you know about the solar energy? Let's discuss first. If I simply say the energy which we get from the sun in the one day, that is sufficient enough to deal with all the needs of the 7 billion people over the world, right from child to the old man. Everybody is using the energy, but if we are able to harness the solar energy in the proper manner, that energy trapped from the sun in one day will deal with all the needs of the 7 billion people, discarding the other sources of energy. Suppose I am taking the solar cell, I am saying, or the photovoltaic panels, I am saying, or I am saying the solar cooker. Yes, so what is happening there? And solar water heater is there. So what is happening? The radiant energy, we get the energy from the sun in the form of the radiations. Can you name the radiations? One is visible radiations. The range from 7,000 angstrom to 4,000 angstrom to 7,000 angstrom, and 1 angstrom means 10 to power minus 10 meter. Yes, this is the visible range, and the wavelength lesser than 4,000 is called ultraviolet radiations, and radiations whose wavelength is more than 7,000 angstrom are called infrared. These are the radiations which help us in drying our crops, in drying our clothes, so they produce the heating effect. I think you're getting. Yes, and from the sun, how we are trapping this radiant energy. Suppose I'm taking the example of solar cooker here. Solar cooker, it's a black inside, black color is a good absorber of heat. Here's a plane reflector I'm taking, the plane mirror I have taken over here. Yes, so heat from the sun goes, strikes, reflected back, and here's a double glass lid. Double glass lid works as the trapper. When the heat is coming from the sun, infrared radiations and visible light are able to come, but here we are using the infrared radiations. They are having very high, very low wavelength, and so they have a high penetration power. Yes, so they are able to penetrate this double glass lid, and they are trapped. Why they are trapped? Because there's a black inside. There's a good absorber of heat. Black color is a good absorber of heat. Now the wavelength increases, means less penetration power. So same double glass lid allowed them to come, but not allowing them to go back. So radiations are trapped. It is a greenhouse effect. Same thing happens in our atmosphere. So this is the Earth, and it's the atmosphere, the ozone layer, there's a carbon dioxide layer. So carbon dioxide is causing the greenhouse effect because the infrared radiations of the smaller wavelength, they are able to come, and Earth is comparatively a cooler planet. It traps, it gains the heat, but now the same radiation are not able to go back. They are trapped in the interior of the Earth. Yes, so this is a greenhouse effect. So same thing is being used over here. In the solar water heater, we use the same thing. Yes, here solar water heater, the tank is of black color, the black pipe is there, so reflection takes place, so heat is trapped, and radiant energy of sun changes into heat energy of the water. In the solar cooker, what happens? Radiant energy of the sun changes into the heat energy of the food. Suppose, and here I am not using the ultraviolet radiation, I am using the infrared radiations. The trapping is taking place. And what happens in the solar cell now? Let's be faster over here. Solar cell is a device which is made of the semiconductors like vanadium, selenium, silicon, germanium. They have atomic number 14 here, suppose 284. So valence electrons 4, germanium valence electron 4. So they are the semiconductors, and we add some impurities, make them positive, make them negative. So we're making the p and p junction. In simple words, I'm making the adding the impurities in the solar cell. So the potential difference is created, and what happens, v2 minus v1, that is the potential difference, and dc current is generated. So when the small solar cells are connected in series, what is produced? It's a photovoltaic panel. Yes, photovoltaic panel. Efficiency of solar cell is less, we know. So we are able to convert radiant energy of sun into electrical energy, that's a direct current, with the help of silicon wafers and modules. I think we're getting it. So it's called photovoltaic panels. Yes, so you can make the diagram of the solar cooker, solar water heater, solar cell, photovoltaic panels. Wind energy, you can make the diagrams. Next time I'll be checking how you make it. Horizontal windmills or the vertical windmills, hydropower stations, where the, and in the case of the wind mills, the wind speed should be 15 kilometer per hour, so that we can convert the mechanical energy of the turbine into the electrical energy. Yes, energy stored. How it is converted into the electrical energy? With the help of the dynamo. Dynamo is fitted behind the windmills. So what happens in the dynamo? Magnetic field is there. The coil is rotated with the help of the turbine. When coil moves in the magnetic field, what is produced in the coil? Induced current. In previous chapter you have done it. Yes. So next lecture I'll be doing geothermal energy, tidal energy and nuclear energy. Please go through that first. Very simple chapter, very easy chapter. Yes, that's not too much scoring over there. I still don't know it will be included in syllabi or not, but we have to do. We have done in the lower classes. I've tried to deal with the solar energy and these renewable sources of energy. The next important topic I'll be taking in the nuclear energy in the next period. Yes, I think you'll be enjoying it. It's a very easy chapter. Yes, wish you all the best. Take care.